Okay, good afternoon. Today, I've got a very important topic to discuss with you, and that is owning foreign stocks and why that's important for your diversification. Now, obviously, diversification depends a lot on you as an investor, so I can't give you specific recommendations because I don't know you. I'm not talking to you individually, I'm talking to a broad audience right now. So I'm not allowed to give specific recommendations, but I want to talk a little bit about owning foreign stocks and why that's good for diversification overall. So yesterday I put out a post that talked about the crash, and that is the crash that we in the US are going to see unfold now because of inflation. The reason that I brought this up was because recently, obviously we all know in the news, the Russians have invaded Ukraine. And what that has done is created an environment now where our central bank is going to be less likely to raise interest rates. A lot of people, some of my critics yesterday came to me and said, Pat, you're wrong. The Russian invasion didn't pop the bubble. The market's going back up again. They're missing my point. I'm not saying that you're going to look at a particular day and say the market went down and that's a crash. What I'm saying is there's a long-term trend, and that long-term trend was started by this uncertainty that was created by geopolitical tension. The central bank now, our central bank, the Fed, is probably not going to raise interest rates as aggressively as they originally planned on. That means inflation is going to keep raging. And contrary to the general consensus, the general Keynesian mainstream view in economics, that inflation cannot happen in a recession, we are going to go into an inflationary recession. It's what they call stagflation. Now, why is this important for you? Right? I don't want to just talk about economics with you. I want to talk about why this is important for you. Stagflation is an environment where we go into a recession, but we have rising prices. We've seen it in the past, and we're going to see it again. When that happens, the U.S. stock market is going to suffer. It may grind sideways for a while. I anticipate it's actually going to decline in nominal terms too, but the real purchasing power of those investments is going to decline over several years. That's why you're going to want to have some of your money in foreign stocks. Now, the stock indexes that I recommend, the ETFs, I don't endorse them particularly. I'm not recommending that you buy these. I'm using these as examples. But over a period of time, if you buy an ETF such as VWO, which is Vanguard, it's a low-cost ETF that invests in a broad range of stocks in emerging market countries. If you just put 10% of your money in your stock portfolio into an ETF like that, you're going to provide yourself a good amount of diversification and protection against stagflation that's going to hit the US, right? You never want to have all of your money in one country. That's what's known as home country bias, and a lot of people are guilty of it. You always want to make sure that you're globally diversified to a certain degree. How much depends on your own risk tolerance and your own personal financial goals. But having some money in foreign stocks is going to help you. It's going to help essentially mitigate that risk of having all of your money in one country when the economy doesn't do as well. This obviously is a complicated topic. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Please post a question or a comment. Send me a private message if you want to talk about it privately. I always enjoy reading your comments. And until next time, I wish you unlimited success.